I want to thank Nestor Ingalls. I want to thank my friend Jeff Hoover. I want to thank Pastor Stephen Hall for being here from over at the Anchor Church. They're doing a deliverance conference come January 4th. Pastor Cliff, thank you for letting us use your church. Every Sunday morning at 10 o'clock, if you get a chance, go visit them there. But I sort of had a funny story. Something happened to me, man. And I was over in church at the Lamb's Chapel a couple weeks ago, and there was a guy named Dr. Ken, is it Beverly?
Beverly, yeah.
And he was sitting in front of me in the church, and I just started singing, and this guy turns around and he hands me his card, and he said, "You have to join us. I'm with the Traveling Gospel Singing Group." And so, we say, "Lord, use me. Lord, I want you to use me," but then if he says, "Okay, I'm going to use you," we have to answer the call. And I've got a new friend named Andrew Chilton, who is actually a part of that group. What's the name of the group?
It's called Voices One Celebration Choir.
Voices One Celebration Choir.
Yep.
And we just sang at the Christmas party over at Cox Toyota in Burlington, North Carolina.
Yes,
We had a blast, got a great meal, had a good time. But that's it, man. Did you grow up as a Christian, or did you grow up in a...
That story is pretty funny. It's interesting. I didn't really grow up in a Christian home completely. Nothing against my parents, but it was basically like we had a fight at home, then you go to church, just don't talk about it. Pretty much the only person that I had as a good Christian influence in my life was my great-grandmother.
Okay.
My mother had me at 17, so my great-grandma was 62 when I was born. She was young for a great-grandma. But now I was there all the time, and she brought me to church, she taught me right and wrong. She raised me in the church, basically. I got baptized when I was 8, rededicated when I was 15, but that wasn't really real.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, it was just going with emotions. But yeah, so growing up in church, basically just my great-grandma.
Basically just your great-grandma. And so you would always call yourself a Christian, I assume,
I would
right?
always call myself a Christian, yeah.
But then did you grow up in Alamance County, or?
The church I went to was Mount Zion Christian Church, and it's off 119 in Mebane. So I grew up in Alamance County, yes. And I started going to Connect when I was in 8th grade. Started going there here and there. That's where I go now, Connect Memorial.
Okay.
And so I started going there. I really started going there in 2017, so that's where I've been since. So yeah, I grew up in Alamance County though.
Okay, so you've been going to Connect Memorial Church since then, since 2017. But you went to Appalachian State and you actually studied music, is that right?
Yeah, I did. Yes, I did.
What was that like?
It was cool. It was really interesting because ever since I got saved, I truly got saved in 2021. It was July 23rd, 2021. That's when I gave my life to Christ, saying I'm done running. So what do I need to do with my life? And the Lord's like, I've given you this gift of music to go into music. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you got the music ministry, you do these things, but I was trying to put a label on it.
Right.
So I was like, I need to go to college. So I went to Appalachian State and I was going into music therapy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I was going for, so I could help people. Because my great-grandmother, she passed away with cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So I was able to play with her and soothe her. So I was like, you know what? Let me do that to help other people.
Mm-hmm.
So I went there a couple semesters, and I auditioned for the music school.
Mm-hmm.
Just missed it. Didn't get into music school. So I was like, okay, Lord, what am I doing? Why am I here?
Yeah.
I met some cool people up there. His name was John Mark, the pastor. It was Brushy Fork Baptist where we went up there.
Mm-hmm.
And Kent Garver was the choir director. So I learned from them and learned some cool things. And so, there was a reason going up there. Then the Lord's like, okay, I'm going to lead you to Liberty University. I'm taking online courses. So I'm just taking online courses right now.
Right.
So I'm still in Liberty. And, I've had the ability, there's been a lot of awesome people come in my life, and that's helped me lead in the direction I need to go.
Okay.
Actually, I told you about Jared Camp.
Oh yeah, you were working out and Planet Fitness, and who showed up?
Yeah, it was really cool. Me and my wife were working out, and we literally were just walking to the bench press. And I looked and I said, Jessica, is that Jared Camp? She's like, no way. And I went up to him, I was just like this, I said, hey, what's your name? And he said, Jeremy. I was like, Jeremy Camp? He goes, yeah. So, and it was just like nonchalant, one of the coolest, most humblest guys ever.
Yeah.
And I went back up to him and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm probably never going to talk to you in my life again. That's what I really need to be doing with my life.
Yeah, and you said that you had always been a Christian, but briefly, I think on Saturday, you said that there actually came a time, I don't know if it was a couple of years ago or when it was, but you actually, I don't know if you got born again or you had an experience, is that right?
Just to say, I was not living the life I was supposed to be doing. I mean, to be a Christian, I was not reading, I was not in the Word, you know, I was just going through the motions, really.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think I was really just doing music just to look good, if I'm being honest. Like, hey, I'm singing here, you know, I can sing. But yeah, one day, one of my buddies, really good buddies, we were at Chick-fil-A, and we have a thing called a D group, so it's like a group we meet every week. We met at Chick-fil-A, and, you know, he just looked at me, he knew some stuff going on in my life, he goes, what's wrong? What's going on, brother?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, I just do not feel right, like, I don't feel like I'm doing anything for the Lord. He goes, I don't even know how we got about it, but he's like, what's wrong? And I just started crying and sobbing. I said, brother, I don't think I'm truly saved.
Yeah.
And he said, well, you know the steps to do. Like, I know the steps to do.
Right.
You know? So I prayed and said, you know, truly I accepted Jesus Christ as my Savior there. He's the Lord of my life, and I want to go and do what he wants me to do.
Okay.
And I know that, you know, not to put humor into it, but I kind of think it's funny. We're sitting at the table. I'm eating my Chick-fil-A biscuit.
Yeah.
And after I, you know, accepted the Lord, I'm crying, I'm getting better, and a bird flies on the table.
Really?
Takes a piece of my biscuit, flies away. So I always joke to people, I say, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away.
That's it.
So the day I got saved was at Chick-fil-A of all places.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A. So it was July 23rd, and here's another piece I didn't tell you about.
Okay.
Another thing is, like, God has protected me so many times with multiple wrecks and everything. Literally 4 days prior to that, I was going to go play golf. And I was with a pastor, and we were sitting in the truck, and somebody rear-ended us going 60 miles an hour. We were at a stoplight, and it destroyed the back of the truck, and I was in the back. So, and I got out, no problem. I mean, my biggest worry was my golf clubs messed up. You know?
When something like that happens, that's a good thing that you only had to worry about your golf clubs. Yeah. But you made it.
Yeah.
And you had wanted to do something in music, but they told you there was a problem. Was this in college, or was it afterwards, or there was?
That's pretty much at App State. It was really odd because I auditioned and they were talking like, hey, this is when I know God's like, okay, this door's closed. You're going somewhere else.
Okay.
No, because they were like, you know what? We'll go get you in contact with the music therapy department. You know, hey, I really like the way you play. Play me something on this drum set.
Right.
And I did. They're like, you know what? I want you to come play for us on the show later.
That's it.
And I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm doing really good. And then I get an email and they're like, nah, you're not what professional we're looking for. You're not professional enough. So I was like, okay, that doesn't make sense. So obviously I cried, get my tears out, prayed to the Lord, and you know, peace came over me. It's like, it's okay. You know, just go to the next step, keep going on. Yeah, I might not know a clear direction where the life's going, but I know it's in ministry.
Yeah.
Like, can I say something about my wife real quick? I'm married, and actually we were talking yesterday, and you know, she's talking about her job, and she goes, you know, I don't really know. She's a dental assistant. She's like, I don't really know if I want to do this the rest of my life. And it's like, what am I supposed to do? And it was weird. It like hit me like a truck. And it's like, really? If you think about it, as Christians, whatever we do on this earth really don't matter. What matters is glorifying Jesus through whatever we're doing.
Okay.
Because think about it, like, I mean, I could be working at McDonald's. I mean, I could be working in an office. I could be working at church. You can do ministry wherever you're at.
Right.
God leads you wherever you're at. And that's kind of what just kind of hit me. It's like, Jessica, you can go do radiology if you want to, because that's what she wants to do. Be a dental assistant. You know, I mean, you're worshiping as long as you minister to other people.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where my life's at. like I told you earlier, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
But
But the Lord brought you into this group, and it's called The Voices One, is that right?
mhm.
The Voices One, and you started in 2019, is that
Yep.
right?
Yep.
What has that journey been like for you?
Yeah, that's actually been really awesome. 2019, it really all started. We went to a mission trip into New York, where we stopped Washington D.C. and then we went to New Jersey and we sung for a church. That's pretty much where the voices started. All right, and we were able to sing in Carnegie Hall, which was a great experience. And that's actually where I started dating my wife, so that was great. And me and my wife actually were at the first ever Voices One practice. It was actually the day we decided what the name was.
Okay.
It was, I think it was like February 20th, 2020.
Okay.
So right before COVID.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's been great. We've had a lot of people come in, recently a lot more. And Mike, he joined recently. And it's awesome to have him. It's been great. It's been tough sometimes because, you know, me and Jess were like the first people.
Right.
And we see all these people coming in. So you got to be positive. It's just like so much going on. You know?
Yeah,
And,
And you were okay when a lot of the people came in, but when you saw Michael Zwick walk in, you said,
I was
I'm
done.
I've had enough.
We're dropping out.
When is the next, what is the next event that you guys have? That we have, I'm sorry, that we have.
Yeah, you're in now.
Yeah.
Well, next Tuesday, we're having a practice at Cox Toyota at 6 o'clock.
Mhm.
It's pretty much, I believe, we're just gonna be just singing, worshiping a little bit, and we're gonna have a Christmas party. You know, just, Kim Beverly is our director. He's really good about that. He's really good at letting us know, like, hey, y'all did a great job. Thank you for everything y'all done. So that's what we're gonna do next Tuesday. And then the next event after that, man, I cannot remember. I do remember it's January 28th at 2 p.m. I do know that, but
That's
do I
our
remember
next
where it's-
event, we'll keep you posted.
Do I remember where it's at? Not really. It's in Graham. That's about all I remember. But that's our next event.
Okay, so the church in Graham, January the 28th. So they hear us talking about it, man, but I don't know, it's Christmas time, and I figured maybe we could sing a little bit of a tune before we got off here. So, what were some, we sang some pretty good songs. There was Noel. There was, let's see, what else is there? Oh Christmas Tree.
Joy to the World, Arthur Harold Anderson.
Here we go. I'll start and I'll let you finish. Hark the herald angels sing,
Glory to the newborn King.
peace on earth and mercy mild.
God and sinners reconciled. Go higher.
Hey guys, if you want more of that awesomeness that you just heard, make sure to come check us out at The Voices One. And this is Andrew Chilton. I think this is your first interview, right?
Yep.
But I think it's the first of many to come, man. You've got a bright future, and this guy's a genuine guy. He really loves the Lord, and he loves to sing for the Lord. So God bless you, man. We look forward to the Lord using you in many big ways. And it's The Voices One. Is there a Facebook page, or is there a...
Yeah, so if you go to our website, I think it's literally voices1celebrationpride.com. Don't quote me on that, but you can look up Voices One on Google and you can find us. So we got a website directed to our different social media links. So.
Thanks a lot, brother. Good talking to you.
Appreciate it. All right.